Count.
1.
There you go. All right, we're
Oh
live,
man,
guys. We're live.
all the ladies are pulling the ears.
We're live now.
Yes.
That's cute. Hi everybody. I don't see anybody in the comment section, but hi everybody.
Hello, everyone.
What's going on? What's going on?
I would say Merry Christmas, but we're not there yet.
Pretty close. 2 more months. Or less.
There's already Christmas stuff up at where I work. I was like,
Yeah.
y'all are stupid. It's way too soon.
Man, not even, man. I
It's
saw
never
Christmas
too
stuff.
soon for
I
Christmas.
saw Christmas stuff on September, man. Before even Halloween was a thing.
Enter one ho.
Oh man, where'd Mean go?
Oh my god.
It's not the full effect until we see the abs, though, bro.
Ah, that will come off soon. Hey guys, this is one ho, aka.
You gotta wait.
King
You gotta wait
Mean.
until halfway.
Oh,
What up, Omar?
hello, hello.
What's going on?
One ho is so ghetto, he has to hold his face.
Your version of Wanho is so ghetto that he has to hold his face.
Right?
You don't want that guy showing up at your house being like, "You call me ghetto?" Because
Oh man. I'll be like, bro, I got muscles too.
where? I've known you for like 15 years.
Right
You
here,
never
man.
once
You
had a
see this?
muscle.
You see this pecs right here?
Show your muscle.
Your pec is all the way up here.
I don't know my
Anatomy is
thingamajig.
the word.
Yes,
you
anatomy.
You like how I just jumped to the conclusion that you weren't going to find that word, so I was just going to say it for you.
Yeah. Is it just me or is it hot? I don't know. Whew.
If it's
I
hot,
can't wear
it's
my
only going to
hat.
be where
That's
you
so
are.
bad.
It's okay. You look fine. Oh, so hot.
Oh,
Oh,
shit. Bro, the dude has no.
Make sure you rate this word.
Hold on. The dude doesn't have any nipples.
it's right here, man. It's
Yeah,
right
it does.
here.
There's There nothing.
Oh
you There's no texture.
Come on, man. It's,
It,
I
it
wash
can't-
it. I wash it every day, bro.
No, it can't render the texture.
What's up, Priscilla?
It's too much.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hello.
Hello.
My hat
Oh,
looks
yeah.
so weird on top of my ears. It's so funny.
This is King Mean, aka the pretty cool guy, also known as Empty Ways on YouTube.
Hello, everybody.
all those
Monkey checking in here. Together with King Mean, we are
are
the
the
Sunglasses Bros.
Sunglasses Bros,
Eyes in here. Together
We're so
we are the
slick.
Greasy Bros.
Greasy Bros.
Yes.
Eisen here, and together with Eisen we are.
Tragic Bros.
So if you're here together with Fizz, we are Ninja Bros. And,
Collectively,
yeah.
wait, no, the ladies first. Sorry.
Yeah. We have special guests.
Go ahead, ladies.
Celeste, you want to go first?
Okay, hi, I'm Celeste.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Misty.
Hello.
Hi, Christmas Kitty here.
Hi.
Hello.
And collectively,
Oh,
we are
wait,
the
wait,
ridiculously.
Really good looking, bro.
we have one extra special guest.
Oh, what? Oh yeah.
No, man. Ugh. It goes with
And-
the topic pretty good.
Now collectively, we are the ridiculously good-looking bros and
Bros.
sis.
Bros,
Okay, well,
bros and sisses.
Right. So yeah, we got some "we love you" comments. So is that directed to one ho or to the whole team or?
If it is directed to Wan Ho, that's going to be the first time you've ever gotten some love.
Oh,
King
look
Mean.
at this! Look at this! I like this view better. Look, oh. Oh, hold on.
You're gonna
What?
be
Why is
Keep
my
your pants
abs? Why is my abs bigger than my thing here?
Your belly button looks weird, bro.
Your
Here we
belly
go.
button
What
is
is
like
up with that
sticking out like
belly
a sore
button?
thumb. It's sticking out like a sore thumb.
Oh God! Don't rub it like that. It's just
All right. Hey everybody! Wow, that just looks weird.
It doesn't match with your face, you know.
No, no.
I'm crying.
Hey, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
Hey,
We
what's
already
up,
made
Chloe?
Misty cry. It's like 30 seconds in.
Sorry, Misty. So what do we got today? Before we go, talk. No, I promised Persnickety to show her what this is because she was asking me earlier if this is a shirt or a latex. So it's actually latex. I'll show you. Oh crap!
Man, be struggling.
Okay. So yeah, it's a peace thing. Whoa! It dropped.
Little known fact, that's modeled after me.
It is. So it's just a peace thing, and it's so ghetto because like this thing is made for like larger sized people, obviously, and I'm not that big, so I had to duct tape this to keep it tight. Otherwise, it just falls to my groin. So yeah. Oh no! I messed up my hair.
Oh no!
Sorry, you guys talk. I gotta fix my hair. Gotta fix
You
my
need some
bang.
hairspray?
Gotta fix that bang, bro. And make it on fleek, like the kids used to say.
On fleek.
Nah, man.
On fleek.
Wasn't that a thing? I thought that was a
On
thing.
point.
It was a thing. It was a thing. What's up, Nikki? What's up, Angel?
Angel.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Cod. 000.
That's another one of my friends.
Hey!
Oh damn.
Welcome.
I say on
friends.
flicks.
On flick. No one says that anymore.
Shit's on flick, yo.
Man, that's how hip we are in Asia Core, though. We bring things back.
We
bring it
do.
back.
We do. If a word isn't popular, we bring it back and make it better. Alright.
I
So
would
that being
not
said-
mess with Misty right
Dude,
now. Like, you
before I-
seriously look like a gangster, like they were saying.
Do you know who she is? Or who she's...
I mean, it says on her hat who she is. It's pretty obvious.
No, like the costume that she's putting on. Do you know who that group is?
Probably
Or
not.
what music video? That's cool. Cool story.
Cool story,
on
bro.
Cool story, bro.
Man, Tamara's gonna trip me up all night. I'm gonna keep looking up there and be like, oh, God. I'm like, Cypher, no, she's gonna get you.
What?
Samara, bro.
So
I
this
can
guy
turn
right
her-
here
I can
is a
turn
pain
her
in my
off,
butt.
yeah.
Look at this stupid thing. So I print earlier, and he ran out of ink. So like he just looks ghetto as hell. So I had no choice but to go out and physically buy ink cartridges so I can print another picture of him. This guy,
Oh,
man.
that second one's way dreamier.
Yeah. Well, this one he looks happier, but this one he looks more mofo. It's just the color's all jacked up.
Right. So were you going for gentle, warm, and loving Wanho, or were you going for badass mofo Wanho?
I was going for the in between.
He ran out of ink.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
did, man. I ran out of ink. I had to go buy it.
Shit happens.
But I did, in the process, bought some stuff. I got this,
Hell yeah.
this. I got some airheads, if anybody's interested in some spooky mix.
What makes it spooky?
I don't know. I have no
I mean,
idea.
they're airheads. They're pretty non-threatening.
Hi.
What?
It's...
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember.
Alright, cool.
Let's go.
Continue on with the story, people. What are we
What
here
story?
for?
We never started.
We
There
never
was a
started.
story that yeah.
You told us to, hey guys, what's going on? Oh, and then you just talked for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm done. All use. All use.
Scary.
I'm just eating some Reese's
stories.
Pieces.
Nice.
Scary
I got my
stories.
Dunkin' coffee, so I'm staying up tonight.
Sweet. Sweet. Who wants to share their lovely story first? If
Well-
anybody.
Fizzin needs to do the intro.
Go, Fizz, and do your thing.
You are.
What?
King Mean's opening?
Yeah.
Why?
Monkey. Go.
Go, monkey.
Me? No,
Honestly, you know what a story, just start.
One of our three guests should go first.
Yeah,
I
so
have no scary stories.
No
What about
scary
you,
story.
Celeste?
Nothing weird has ever happened ever in your life?
Not really.
No, you're lucky.
what about you, Celeste? Anything?
I have a few scary stories.
Cool.
But I don't know if I want to start.
All right, we
You
can
can
always.
talk about your house, Celeste.
King Mean can start.
Or
Sorry,
what about
what?
persnickety?
Your house.
Oh yeah.
Pop my collar. I look cooler.
Hey, Persnickety, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you have any cool stories?
Yeah, I guess I can start.
Yay.
Mine is something that happened to me personally.
Okay.
And I actually have photos that I can share in our Discord
Oh,
afterwards.
wow.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Photos.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
But yeah, so I was a guest for a small convention in Alabama, in North
Mhm.
Alabama. And the hotel kind of place that they put the guests in was more like a like one of those bed and breakfast kind of inns, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was set in like an old Victorian home that they renovated and turned into. They added like on the back side of the house, they added a bunch of individual rooms with outdoor doors, and stuff. So that's where all the rooms were, and then inside the house there were, I believe, 3 bedroom suites that were like for honeymoons, that kind of thing, or if you just had a ton of money. um, so anyway, they were allowing people to check out those rooms because they're fully furnished. Everything is, Victorian and all that cool stuff. And I'm all into that, so I was like, I want to take a tour and check things out and look around. And this was after a full day at the con, and it was kind of late. It was like after 11 p.m.
Mm.
And of course, I asked first, can I go upstairs and look for rooms? And they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And only one room was available. The rest were actually booked at the time. So I went upstairs. First of all, there was a cool painting as you go up on the first landing on the staircase, which I'll show you a photo of later, of this
Cool.
woman that I'm not sure what year it was, maybe in 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. But yeah, it was a nice painting, and I took a picture of it because it was cool because I like art and stuff. And then I went on upstairs, and the room was dark. There were no lights on, which was kind of spooky. But I went inside anyway, and the first thing I noticed was that it was really cold in the
Mm-hmm.
room. And I just come from the hallway. The doors were open, so it was a little strange that it went from these kind of warm to ice cold. And I found the light switch after like 5 minutes and turned it on, and something in the corner of my eye, it kind of like a motion or something in the corner of my eye, and caught my attention. And there was a chair in the corner, and the cushion in the chair, this was like an armchair, was old-fashioned armchairs, which the seat cushion, that's it, and the back is the filter and all that. But the cushion of the chair was lifted in the back corner, and there was an indentation in the cushion as if someone had just gotten up. It was kind of weird. But I thought, okay, well, maybe somebody was in here earlier or whatever. I didn't really think anything of it. So I just started looking around the room, and there was a big fireplace, a big bed, and it was a nice room and everything. It was really detailed with other furnishings and stuff. And I went over towards that chair, and I started hearing piano music, like live piano. It was kind of strange because this was like late at night. I'm like, okay, I know no one's downstairs playing music this time of night. The bar was closed and all that stuff. So, okay, I kind of got a little freaked out at that point, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to go because obviously I'm not supposed to be in here. So I went back out of the room, turned off the lights, didn't touch anything, just left everything as it was. I went back downstairs, and I noticed there was a baby grand piano, but it was closed. The room was closed off. And I thought, well, maybe somebody had been tuning it or just something, whatever, and they were playing it, whatever. And I asked, there was a night clerk at the desk, and I asked them, hey, was anyone just playing the piano? And they said, no, ma'am, we don't play the piano after dinner. And I'm like, okay. So I just didn't really think too much of it, whatever. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm just tired. And I went, to my room, went to bed. And the next morning, it kind of kept bugging me. It was kind of odd. And so the next morning, the manager of the hotel was there, and I said, hey, just out of curiosity, are there like any ghost stories? Or any of your patrons ever had like strange, occurrences or things? And they said, well, actually, yeah, some people have heard things and seen figures and stuff. And I said, well, let me tell you about what happened last night. I was upstairs and checking out the bedroom, and I started hearing piano music. And they said, I'm already getting goosebumps. They said it's funny that you say that because that bedroom belonged to the previous owner who actually built the addition of the room.
Oh, man.
And it was the wife, and she was a piano teacher.
Oh, no.
And they had passed on in the house. So there was like a fire or something, and they were trapped in the house.
Ugh.
But I had no idea about that story when I went in there. I didn't know anything about the piano or any of that. And just knowing that she was a piano teacher and then hearing that piano music, it was just kind of strange. It's like, wow, this is creepy. I'm going to check out now. I'm going, yeah.
At least you know who was sitting in that chair now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a threatening kind of feel or anything like that. It was just, I don't know. I mean, it was nice music. It was really pretty, and it was definitely a melody. It wasn't like just somebody tinkering or whatever. It was a really pretty song. Like somebody knew what they were doing. But to find that out the next morning was just like, wow, that's really cool. But I'm probably not going to come back here.
Oh, you should have recorded.
Yeah, I wish I had. And
that'd be awesome.
I don't even know though if it would have picked it up because it was really faint.
Yeah. Well, there's EVP that picks up like fainted noise. So if you can hear it, definitely should be something. I don't know. Just saying.
Yeah, I kind of hope that like more than paranormal people, goes and checks out that place because I would be interested in knowing like if they find anything. Because I mean, I definitely experienced something, and then like she said, other people have seen things and heard things too. So it's kind of interesting, but. Yeah, I actually have a picture of the armchair. I have a picture of the lady that was her in the photo in the art that I saw on the wall.
Ooh, fancy.
And I have a picture of the baby girl. Yeah. So,
cool.
Yeah, I'll share those on Discord. So everybody in the chat should join our Discord.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
way to slide that right in there smoothly.
Right in.
I like that. Chive right in.
Chive right in.
So that's one of my personal stories. So somebody else. Your turn.
Go Celeste. Wait, Celeste is over here.
Okay, I think one of the most like memorable stories that I have so far. I was around the age of maybe 8 or 9, and I was in California with my family. I think I was outside of my old grandmother's house. This is her house she used to live in, but yeah, I was around the age of 8 or 9, and I was outside just playing with a family friend of mine. My dad was outside with me as well with like one of our uncles and my grandfather, and they were just talking and they were cooking out and doing their thing. I was doing my thing and I was playing with my family friends. A few of them were a lot older than me, so they went out of like the house area and they were playing out on the street, and I wanted to follow them along, but my dad was like being strict and he's like, no, just stay in here because you're too young to go out there. But eventually he like let me go, so I followed them out by the garage of my grandmother's house. And to tell you guys this part, the houses where she used to live are like attached to each other, so they share one gigantic wall, just 2 different garage areas, and then the house is like separated by that wall. So the house that was attached to hers was basically abandoned and had been empty for years. And it was just old, dusty. Nobody had lived there for so long, and I didn't know any stories behind the home until that day that the kids that we were playing with were like talking to us about people who had lived there before, who've had like weird experiences and things that have happened, and somebody died, this and this and that. And I was just listening to all these stories that I started getting freaked out, but we were really into it. It was just really weird. At one point, I remember standing in front of the garage area, and I looked up towards the restroom window that was facing the main street. When I looked up at the window, I just remember staring at it, and for like a good while, I was like thinking about all the people that could have lived in that house and what could have happened and why did it happen. Like, I was just really curious. And at one point, I remember looking at it at the window, and I saw this white face that started to appear. And I was like, who is somebody in there? And I was like, but who could be in there? Like, there's nobody in that house at all. Like, there's nobody here. And I just kept staring at this face, and eventually I started seeing the face like just become more clear. And as it became more clear, I started seeing more of a like just more detail. It was like pitch, like just dark eyes, or like it was like circles around the eyes, like really dark circles around the eyes, and then it was like bright white eyes. And then I saw the nose was kind of just, it was just weird. It was like a mix of black and white. And then the mouth was it was like a big scary smile. You can think of like almost like Pennywise when he smiles, right? But it was like a really big smile, and the outlining of the smile was it was black, and then the lips were just like a bright red, and you could see the teeth. And I just saw the face, like it just started like popping out of the window, and I just kept staring at it because I was like, I was like, who is that? Like, what is that? I was so confused. So I started calling my friends. I was like, hey guys, get over here. And I started to tell them, oh, there's a face in the window. Can you guys see it? And everybody was like, what are you talking about? Like starting to make fun of me. You're like, oh, you're just seeing things, like blah, blah, blah. There's nobody there. And at that point, my mom had asked me to go with her to the gas station. So I left my friends just being, curious of what I saw. And I never described to them exactly the face that I saw, the colors, all that stuff. I never did that. So I had gone to the gas station, and I spent there like 5 minutes maybe. And my mom and we drive back to the house. As I got off, my friends were like, oh my God, Celeste, come over here. And I was like, what? And they're like, oh, we saw the face. And I was like, really? And I wasn't sure if they were messing around with me or, being serious. So I asked them, what did it look like? And then they're like, well, it was like a white face with like dark eyes and then like a big red smile and like the weird nose that's not. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't say that at the age of 8 or 9, but like I was just standing there just really shocked at the fact that they described the face that I saw without me telling them exactly what it looked like. So that's how I knew that they saw something that I actually did see, earlier. Mm-hmm. So I got even more scared because I was like,
it's like confirmation, right?
Yeah, like it's like that confirmation of like you're not crazy, like you saw something. Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, wow, okay. And the weird thing is that every time, like every year when I would go visit my grandmother and she still lived in that house would always feel really weird. And my dad and I have the same feeling about that house. And my grandma, she lives alone. Well, not anymore, but before, when she used to live there, she lived alone, and she only had her little dog with her. So sometimes my grandma would say that she could hear like some noises coming from around the house. People live in that house now that's attached to hers. But even then, every year that we would go and visit, it was like if I were in that house and like by myself, I could not look at the stairs too much or for too long, because I felt like as if something was there at the stairs, at the steps, just watching me sitting down in the living room. So I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. It's a really weird feeling that you get when you're in like just like it just feels like somebody's being like there, like watching you, like you're just being watched. Yeah. But that's how that house has always felt, and it's so weird. But yeah, that's one of the most memorable stories that I have so far.
Did you ever take any pictures or anything like that?
I didn't have a phone. I mean, I was 8 or 9 years old. So I was a kid. I didn't really have anything to take pictures with me. But like,
by the way, the face you were describing looks like Monkey right now.
Yeah.
Pale white face, dark.
Yeah,
that's pretty spooky.
I don't know where you live.
Some weird nose.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was Monkey. It was Monkey.
That whole thing was weird.
Monkey, what were you doing there?
It's creeping.
Creeper, man. Creeper.
I don't know. I wasn't there. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. She's like, but I saw you in the window. Sure. It wasn't me.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty like it's like one of the first times I've ever seen like an actual face. That's like something that I can really describe and be like, whoa, creepy. I saw something.
It almost sounds like the face in which movie is it mean with the is it The Exorcist?
Yeah.
It's The Exorcist,
yeah. Where
the
that
subliminal?
Up, yeah. When you were talking about it, Celeste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, yeah, that face. F that face. That thing.
This is pretty scary.
It's such a simple face, but it's very effective.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way they did it. What about you, Monkey? I know you have a lot of story to tell. You're all about ghosts and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Let's hear Misty. What do you got?
I told
People
you I don't
heard
have any
mine
ghost
before.
stories.
Okay. Are you sure?
I don't literally like, nothing bad happens to me, so I don't
What
know
about-
what to tell
What
you.
what about ghost
Okay,
stories
charmed
that
life,
your
charmed
family
life.
made?
I don't mess with that shit, so yeah.
I have
Yeah.
another one I can tell. If you don't want to go into the if you want to go
You
first,
can go
that's fine.
ahead. I'm here to listen and just be here.
For moral support.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this one is a little darker. Okay, so there's this place in my hometown where I lived for most of my life. Known as Lost Furnace.
Mm-hmm.
Heard of it? It's been on all kinds of like haunted places in America type shows and things like that. Because there's some serious stuff that's happened there that's not so great. But it's also the home of one of the biggest haunted house type things around Halloween every year, except for this year. But anyway, when I was in high school, a lot of the theater students, we got to actually go and be actors in the haunted house and work there for a few nights, just to get like experience, that kind of thing, whatever. And I knew the stories and stuff going in there, and I mean it's a creepy place. I'm not gonna lie. It's a furnace. It's a big place where they made iron. That's what it's well known for back in the Civil War. And most of it is still standing. A lot of the original, architecture is still there. A lot of the machinery is still there. Of course, none of it is running. I sincerely hope not. But there's a story of a what do you call them? The foreman? Is that the word? The person that's in charge. Anyway, there's a foreman that was well known back in the early 1900s for really taking like shortcuts that should never have been taken. Men, workers, fell into the furnace and burned alive.
Yeah, that's not fun.
They lost limbs in the machinery.
Oh, limbs.
Wow.
There was an explosion.
That's details.
Yeah, there was an explosion that left at least a handful of people blind.
Damn.
A lot of
That's not
things
cool.
happened during his reign over everything that was going on there. It got so out of hand that the workers actually, well, there's a rumor, I don't know if it's true, but he disappeared, and there's a rumor that the workers kidnapped him and fed him to the furnace
Oh, dang.
in October of 1906. So, October is kind of a weird time around the furnace. A lot of things happen. People hear things, especially like the sound of machinery running. You'll hear like voices yelling and like people working, basically. Anything that sounds like people at work, footsteps and things like that. Most of the architecture, of course, is metal. Like there's metal staircases and things. So a lot of it's clanking and like heavy boots on metal staircases, things like that. And there's been a lot of like people being pushed and grabbed and just a lot of like forceful type interaction.
Interesting.
And while I was there, of course, it's dark, whenever you're running a haunted house. You don't know how many actors are around you half the time. I know I spooked myself a few times because people I didn't know were behind me were there. So it was fun. But at one point, I was getting ready for the next group to come through, and of course it's kind of quiet because you have to stay quiet. Nobody can hear you or anything. And someone or something pulled my hair, like, hard.
Damn.
And I turned around and was about ready to, like, bitch slap somebody. What the fuck? But but there was nobody there, and the closest person to me was at least 3 feet away. I don't think they would have had the time to have gotten that far away, you know. Um, so I mean, it was kind of spooky, but um, and during the time I was there too, I heard a lot of like noises that people were saying, the machinery especially. I would hear that kind of stuff and be like, oh, maybe it's just like the air conditioning kicking on or something like that. But I mean, you don't know for sure what is going on. But there's been so many stories and so many horrible things happen there that it really wouldn't surprise me if you know it was haunted. Um, but yeah, you should look up Lost Furnace. It's a creepy freaking name, but yeah, it's got quite a few stories attached to it. Okay.
Oh, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
fell into the machinery and then they just like.
Yeah, a lot of it was like just people losing their footing because they were in such a hurry to like he wanted to push out more steel than what was
Yeah.
being made, and so people lost their footing and fell into the machinery, or they just lost limbs and things like that. And it was bad. Um, they actually had a group of people that demonstrate like how they make the steel and stuff, and you know, with pouring the iron and all that, and just seeing the demonstration is like I can't even imagine following
Yeah.
something like that. It's intense, and they also have to wear like really heavy equipment, you know, to protect their bodies from your skin and everything. So I can definitely see how they could fumble, you know, and fall. Yeah, it's pretty
It's
intense.
crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, they're. If you look it up, like their website even shows you some of the demonstrations I think on there too, so you can get an idea of what it really looked like back then, and like how they were
Wow.
doing this stuff. And but yeah, I think it was on one of the major networks. Some shows they had a while back about paranormal investigations. I don't know
Nice.
which one, but yeah, it's even like even the police department has had a lot of calls to come there. So it's pretty well known.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't work with anything more than a forklift because I'd be the guy falling into the
Yeah.
machinery or somehow into the furnace. That'd
No.
be me.
Well, yeah, you and I, Monkey, we worked in a haunted
Yeah.
warehouse.
Oh yeah,
let's
yeah.
let's, let's go into
Yeah,
that
tell that
if
story.
go.
Tell that
if
story.
Persnickety is okay with us continuing with that story.
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so Monkey and I, we used to, well, co-workers. We're not friends. We're never friends. We're just co-workers. We're still
Right.
co-workers. No, we worked in a warehouse back at the time. It's a brand new warehouse. Well, it's brand new, but not really. It's old, but it's
It was
new
brand
to
new to
us.
us.
Like, yeah. So it was just me and him working. That's it. It was just me and him. And God, some of the experience is weird, man. Because hey, Charlie Wolf. No, what was it, Monkey? Remember? I don't know if you were there. I don't remember, but the whole hand
The
situation.
handprint. Yeah.
Yeah. So people were complaining to me because I was like the lead there, and so people were complaining to me that there's small fingers and handprints on the wall that appear everywhere, and like we didn't believe them, and then we went and looked, and surely enough, there was hand fingerprint and stuff. There's situation.
The creepy thing too, it was like it wasn't at like normal person level. It was like 20 feet up on the wall.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it was not okay.
Yeah, and it appeared and came from nowhere. And what's weird is like I used to work till like 9 or 10 at night by myself, and God, it's so scary. It's like you're just imagine tall pallets, right? And you're tagging the pallets, and it's just a row, one row in and out. You can't escape. So when you go in, there's a wall on the other side, and then there's only one exit. So you're tagging pallets and doing stuff, and then I swear there's like little kids running by, like back and forth. It was creepy. And then
Little
and then
ghost like Silent Hill.
yeah, and then I've also seen balls of light. I've also seen like old people with top hat. The greatest part about that place that legitly like tell us that it's haunted is like truck drivers wouldn't go in there. And truck drivers they're bad. You have to be a badass to be a truck driver. And like they wouldn't go in there, and we asked them why, and they're like, when they went and tried to use our restroom, they see something in the mirror when they look at it, so it scared them. And they're big buff men, so they keep it to themselves. But later we found out, and yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, we always felt like we were being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
always.
were.
Yeah, exactly. It was creepy.
Yeah.
Celeste, what's a spooky story? I mean, is that what happens when you get so scared that a little comes out? Is that what a spooky story is?
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's the same thing as saying spooky. I just said spooky this time.
Yeah. That so that I was not sorry to never have to step foot in that warehouse again.
Remember what the landowner said to us afterward? They're like, "Oh yeah, there's a lot of dead people around here." We're like, "What?" And they're like, "There's a lot of homeless people in the back, and there's a lot of drugs and stuff involved in it, and there's a lot of shooting. There's a lot of cops with murder. Right, lots of murder. So it was just a bad place. So yeah, very very nasty place."
Sorry.
What?
You can see them texting each other.
Yeah.
You can literally see them.
They're
busted.
We don't want to
girls.
okay?
I'm not even paying attention to what's going on.
Go to Charlie Wolf at 9:56.
Oh shit.
I used to work with teens who tried the Bloody Mary thing at work one night.
Nope.
Hell no, I was bored, so I fell on the floor grabbing my throat like I was being choked, and they ran out screaming.
Oh my god. You missed Kelsey's story.
Oh.
Yeah, it's funny.
Misty.
She told me to tell it for her.
Yeah.
She said one night there was a shadow moving towards her dad's room, and she thought it was her dad or her sister, but they were both asleep, so she was like, what the heck? And it started after her grandma bought over these antiques. It was a pig and a horse antique, and so she was scared because it was just a shadow.
Oh.
But that's the house that she lives in right now.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a
Yikes.
Get out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Leave that, please.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, I would have moved, bro.
Yeah, the problem is the money.
Haunted dolls are creepy as hell. My grandma used to she used to make her own porcelain dolls, and so she had like a ton of them in her room, in her guest room when I'd go and stay up there. And I swear I could never sleep in that room because of those things. Yeah. I swear they were moving, and because like they had the realistic looking eyes and stuff. And yeah, dolls are no bueno.
I have. You reminded me of a story. It's not about a doll though, but for some reason I was reminded of this. But I have a really scary story that it didn't happen to me. It happened to my aunt's ex-boyfriend, basically. One night he said one night he heard something happening outside of his house. It was like pitch black outside. It was probably like 11 or maybe even midnight, like more than likely midnight. And the area that he lives in, it's a very like it's a trailer park kind of an area. And the main road that's behind his house, it's so dark out there. When it's nighttime, it is pitch black dark. There's like no lighting, no nothing. The only lighting you get is from the houses, right? So he heard something. And he went outside to go check it out. And he heard the noise coming from his backyard. So while he was walking towards his backyard, there's this shack that he's got in his backyard. And so he was like, oh, let me go check it out. So he starts walking. And he said that out of nowhere, he started hearing more of this noise that was like whatchamacallit? like rustling, like somebody was rustling something. So he figured, oh, maybe somebody broke into my shack. Let me go see, call the cops, kind of a situation, right? But as he was walking, he said that he saw, and in Spanish we call them duendes. In English, that translates to like a little devil, like a little demon kind of a situation. It's almost like an evil like a leprechaun, like an evil leprechaun in a sense. So he saw this duende, this little tiny devil thing that was peeking around the shack. And he got scared. And he is not the kind of like the type of guy to easily get scared, but this time he saw what he saw, and it scared him shitless. So he said that he saw this little thing around that shack, and it was just staring at him. And he was wearing slippers, so he grabbed his slipper, and he was like trying to scare it away, so he like threw a shoe at him, the slipper, and he said that the thing threw it back at him, so he got even more scared, and he just turned around and he started running. And then he called my aunt, and my aunt came over, and she was like, okay, well, we're gonna have to use holy water to like bless this whole place and pray to the Lord that like this does not happen again. But in Mexican like culture, when you have a duende, this little devil thing that pops up, when it visits you, it's because it's got like you have something that it wants. So the fact that it was around that shack that he's got in his backyard, and it didn't want him to get close to it or whatever, it's basically that means that there's something in that shack that this guy has. I was gonna call him my uncle, but he's not my uncle. But I was like, something in the shack that he's got that this thing wants, that it wants to take with him. So that's kind of like the I guess the meaning of when you get visited by this thing. It's a weird kind of story, but for some reason you reminded me of that. I don't know why, but yeah.
Little
I don't mess
people.
with anything of that. Kelsey actually added to her story a little bit. She said that her house was blessed, and when her grandma brought the antiques, they weren't, and that's why she saw the figure. But now the antiques are blessed, and she doesn't see that figure anymore. So, see, we have stuff like that in Indian culture too. We put stuff like on your, like when you buy a new house, you do like certain rituals, and you put certain things on the house so it keeps away like bad eyes or evil spirits or whatever you want to call it. And so they do that for cars too. And whenever I got mine, my mom and my aunt did it for my car. So it's literally like, and then like my parents always tell me, when I was younger, I wasn't able to wear black. Like my parents would not let me buy any black clothing, anything like black furniture, black blankets, nothing black, because in our culture, black is a color of death. And so like you can't buy like a black car or anything. But like when I started working, our outfit, like our uniform, was a black shirt and khakis. So I had to wear it for work. And so like at first my grandma was like, okay, only for work. And then I was like, yes, finally I have the chance to wear black stuff. And then slowly it's kind of integrated into my life, because I got older and I was like, dude, it's my life. I want to wear what I want to wear. Because I don't believe everything that my parents tell me about our culture. I have a lot of questions about it. And so it's just like, I do believe in certain things, and then I don't believe in some of the other things. So it's just like, I made my own religion.
Mojianity 2.0.
Mojianity 2.0, got it. Nobody gets that reference, but it's fine.
It's Mistianity.
I don't think anybody wants to get that.
It's a good reference. Quick story real quick though. There was a time where I went to take a piss during midnight or around 3 o'clock or whatever, and the lights turned off by itself, and I felt chill on on my neck. So I closed my eyes right away because I know if I see what I see, my soul couldn't handle it. I'll just be done for. So I closed my eyes and then I froze, and then I felt myself levitated, and like I was phasing through the wall, the door, and then I was phasing to my room, and then where my bed was, I went and I dropped down, and then I felt like a burn on my neck. It was a burn sensation. I didn't know what it was, so and then I woke up, and then I thought it was just all part of a dream, and then I talked to Cypher about it, and he said, well, if it's true, you know, if it was a true burn, then let's check the back of your neck. Let's see if there's any mark. And surely enough, there was a super red mark that was burned to the back of my neck. So I don't know, maybe... I forgot the one minor small details. There was a little invisible baby hand that was grabbing my finger as it was floating me across the room. And, yeah, maybe I got abducted by an alien. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Alien?
You got abducted by
aliens.
baby.
Like well, the Greys are pretty small, and the Greys only have like 3 fingers in theory. So, you know, I don't know, but it's just interesting that there was a mark there when it shouldn't.
Was your butt sore the next day?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Come on,
That's
wasn't that
I
kind
have,
of
I have a story
Fucking
similar
Monkey.
to that.
that's only cliche story, Monkey. That's
Come on, Monkey.
only the government would do something like that.
The government.
With gloves and everything.
With gloves, they
Oh,
like to.
no.
They
No,
like that
man, you
region.
can trust the government, 100%.
No.
Oh.
Don't be stupid, Monkey. Don't repeat the same cycle as last time.
Yeah.
Wait, before you start your story, Charlie said something as well. If you want to look at it real quick.
Yeah, at 10:02.
I didn't want to interrupt, that's why. So I was like, wait, hold on, don't tell me.
No, it's cool.
It's
It's
okay.
cool. Go ahead, Monkey. Read.
Okay, Charlie says serial killers kind of ruined ghosts and things like that for me. When you see what people are capable of, everything else doesn't seem as scary, I guess.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. People are nasty, man.
Yeah.
People are.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But if you see a demon like pop up right behind you,
Yeah, that's a whole different ball
That's a
game.
whole
I
different
can't
ball
help you with
Yeah,
that.
you can shoot a serial killer. You can't shoot a ghost or a demon.
Right.
She
When you
said,
see a demon, it's like one of those moments like, oh yeah, fuck, it's done.
Yeah, pretty much. I go home. I'll
Charlie
sleep on
also
it.
said, I like the one if you feel like you walked through a spider web, you actually just passed through a spirit. I always thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
That is pretty cool.
Well, my room legitly has spider webs, so it's not ghosts. It's just spider webs for me.
Yeah, but you're a special case, bro. You're a special case.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Celeste, you can go ahead and tell your story. But Chloe sent me her story that she wants me to read as well.
Okay.
Is Chloe
Oh,
on here or
nice.
no?
Yeah. Chloe
yeah.
said hi like 20 minutes ago, dude.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Chloe. I missed you. Hi.
What's up,
Hey,
Waldo?
Waldo.
Hey,
Hi,
Hi,
Waldo.
Found him.
Waldo.
I found him.
What up?
Go ahead, Celeste, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
No, yeah, the mean story just reminded me of one that I had too.
Ooh.
A long time ago, I had this dream where I was fighting like these witches, or was it? I don't know if it was plural, like many, or it was just one. But there was this like specific witch that, for some reason, she just did not like me, and I can't really remember exactly like the whole dream. But I just remember fighting her, and I remember telling her to leave me alone. And she wouldn't leave me alone in my dream, and I was like being super persistent. I was like, please just leave me alone, blah blah blah. I was like cussing her out and everything like that. And in the dream, I don't know what she said to me, but like she said something, and I just remember her scratching my left cheek, my cheek, and I felt it, and it burned and everything. And I was
Wow.
like, ow, like in the dream I felt it, and I was like reacting to the pain and everything. And then at one point I woke up and I was like, that was a weird dream. And I just went on with my day. And at some point in the day, my dad, he looked at me and he's like, what's wrong with your cheek? And I was like, what do you mean my cheek? And he's like, your left one. I was like, why? Was there something there? And when I started to poke at my cheek, it started to hurt. And I was like, what the heck is this? And he's like, yeah, you gotta scratch. Like, who scratched you? Did you scratch yourself?
Oh no.
And I was like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean scratched myself? So I had gone to the mirror, and I saw there's this big scratch on my cheek, just along my cheek, and it felt just like as if it was there like for a good while, but every time like I would poke at it, it would hurt. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't remember scratching myself. Like, how did I scratch myself?
Yeah.
And then I remembered the dream, and I was like, that's kind of weird. That's sus.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
I knew you
kind
were
of
gonna say
sus.
that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Bad time.
It was really weird that something like that in my dream just like basically like it actually happened, and then there was like an actual scar to prove it too. So I told my dad, and my dad was like, well, I don't know who you pissed off that some witch would come over here and like, you know, want to scratch you and mess with you. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I till this day I don't remember like why I dreamt that and what exactly happened, other than the fact that I was fighting a witch and she was mad at me, and then she just left a mark. But
Damn
since
witch,
then,
man.
I've never had
Moral of the story: don't mess with witches.
Yeah, don't
right.
mess with witches.
No. And
Don't
in
mess with
Mexican
anything.
culture, you never want to mess with the fucking witch. You
Right.
never do.
Yeah.
That's one thing for sure. That's no. But yeah, that
That ain't
was one dream that I was like, wow, this actually happened.
I have something along the lines of that. I get really terrible nightmares that I break out into a fever and cold sweat, and I have erratic breathing. So I don't mess with any horror stuff. That's why I don't. I mean, I know you love horror. I just can't. I can't.
It's
like
cool. It's cool.
when I was younger, my cousins were watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Chainsaw Massacre? Yes.
That's a scary
And-
movie.
TCM, baby.
And I was like a little kid, and they told me I couldn't be in the room. But me being a little kid, I was like, why can't I be in the room with you guys? Like, okay, so what ended up happening is this formal living room, because it's not a living room, it's like smaller a little bit. I had two entrances. It had the main like entrance from the hallway, and then it had a little door connecting through the kitchen. And so I snuck in through the kitchen because I was like, man, these big cousins don't want me to watch this because they don't want me to have fun or whatever with them. And so I snuck in, and I shouldn't have, bro. I shouldn't have. I was so traumatized that night. My mom was so scared because like I ended up having like we all went to bed, right? And I ended up having really, really bad nightmares, and I started having a fever, and I was breaking out in sweat, and like I was like hyperventilating, and my mom was like freaking out, and so yeah, I can't watch horror.
That's what I tell Eisen all the time. Don't come to my room, bro. When you see the do not disturb, don't come.
So stupid, man. You're so stupid. Don't come.
Do not disturb. Just no.
Try to be slick. I try to be
Oh my
slick.
god.
It's not even slick.
You're slick
Hold
as
on,
sandpaper, bro.
The only thing that's slick is your rag.
Right.
Oh my lord. All right.
I
And then
call it slick Rick. Sorry. Go on.
Slick rag. What the fuck?
I have a Chloe story.
Okay.
So she sent it to me in Discord because it's like a big paragraph.
Oh wow.
This happened when I was younger. I was at a friend's house, and she lived really far out in the country. And her house was basically all woods, like, you know, all surrounded by woods. And we would sometimes go for walks up in the hill of her property. I never liked those woods. They were something about them that I didn't like. Whenever you got to a certain point in the woods, you wouldn't hear anything. It was really deadly silent. Like no birds, no nothing. And one day we decided to go and take a walk. As we were walking, we thought we heard voices. At first, we really didn't think anything of it, so we just kept walking. Then we heard someone calling our names, but there was nobody out there. and there was no possible way that they could know our names. So we got freaked out, and we decided to get the fuck out of there. She didn't put that, but I'm putting that in there.
Aw.
And then in the distance, we heard this blood-curdling scream.
Oh shit.
And at first, it was in the distance, but then it was all around us. And when I say we hauled ass, we legit hauled ass. We never told anyone what happened, though.
Well, most people don't believe you if you go to tell them
Yeah.
anything.
You can tell me anything. I'll believe you.
That's the thing, though. When you experience something, you usually don't tell anybody. It's
Yeah, I know.
natural. It just
Bro,
happens like that.
I don't mess with that shit. I
Yeah.
do not mess with that shit.
Well, sometimes you don't have to mess with it. It messes with you. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
sometimes you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It seeks you out.
I mean, just stay out of dark places, bro.
But I thought you loved your room all dark and stuff.
Yeah, okay, I literally had a mini heart attack playing a horror game the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini
And
heart
all-
attack is fine.
Yeah.
I
Many
it was
heart
all my
attacks are
friend's fault, too.
good for circulation.
Keeps the blood pumping, you know?
Yeah.
Listen. If someone else has a heart attack, I can resuscitate them.
Mm.
But if I have a heart attack, who's gonna resuscitate me?
That's
Honestly,
on you.
if anyone in Asia Core has a heart attack,
just
it's
ask-
done.
Just
It's
We're just
ask
gonna,
them.
we're just,
Yeah.
we're just gonna stand there. We're just
Man.
gonna stand there, look at the guy like it's done. We can't do anything about this guy.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing mouth to mouth with any of you.
No, we're gonna do butt to mouth. We're gonna do butt to
No.
mouth.
No, bro. What is wrong with you?
The air gotta flow through somehow.
No.
Well, the fart is gonna smell so bad that it's gonna wake you up. It's like, oh, man,
Exactly.
I'm revived.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Okay, if I have a heart attack, which I'm the fat one, so I probably will, just let me die. Okay, do not try to bring me back if that's how you're gonna do it. Damn.
I'm probably
Hey,
just gonna
how'd you
take a
get brought
picture
back
of
to
you
life?
on the
Oh.
ground. I'm gonna like, call a shame it too.
Oh, good night,
Charlie's
Charlie
leaving.
Wolf. Good
Good
night.
night.
All right, good night.
Sweet
Night,
dreams.
Charlie.
Happy Halloween.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Happy
Stay safe.
Halloween.
Stay safe.
Okay,
Oh, sure,
I have
Stacy.
another
Thank you for
story
stopping
to
by.
tell.
Another story, huh?
All you do.
Cool.
Celeste doesn't seek this out, but it happens to her, and I don't know why.
Wait, what?
What?
The freaky shit.
Yeah, spoopy stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not that it happens to me, but like I'm around when it happens, I guess. I don't know. But this
You're a
this
conduit.
story, maybe I don't know. I was probably around the age of I want to say 10 or 11. My aunt and uncle, they were having their house being built. Literally, like our backyards are connected, but they're on the opposite side of the street. So there's this one time that we were having a barbecue here at our house, and like the whole family was here. So many kids, so many of my cousins, older and younger, were all here. We're all playing and all that stuff. And at one point, as it started to get late, we all decided to play hide and go seek, and we were going to use my cousin's house that was being built as like our playing area, because you know
Nice.
it's scary, it's dark outside, and you know all you have is just like your foundation and a few of the walls are up and stuff like that. Like they wanted to have fun, and I was being a scaredy cat like I always am, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, and they're like, come on, it'll be fine, like we'll have flashlights, blah blah blah, this and that. I was like, all right, cool. So I was convinced, and I went and we started hiding, and the first spot that I hid under was literally the staircase.
Oh man.
I don't know why,
Wow.
but
That's
I
like
hid
the
under the
worst.
staircase, and it was so dark, and people were just like, you know, hiding around, and I could hear a little bit of rustling, and my cousins laughing because they found each other, this and that, and eventually we all got found, and at one point we went upstairs. And one of my cousins had a camera with him, and he was just taking pictures, and we were trying to find, like, I think it was like two people were left or something like that. And so we went upstairs to try and find him, and as my cousin was taking pictures, he was like, oh shit, guys, look what I just got. And in one of the pictures you could see like a really clear orb. And we were
Oh.
like, what the fuck is this? Like, we were like, where did that come from? And then he just kept taking pictures, and in different spots, there's like more orbs that were showing up. And it was really weird because in that area where the house was being built, there was no street lights,
Yeah.
no bright lights to really be like, oh, you know, that you could clearly see that that's the light that's just shining off of like the lens or something, like stuff like that. Like there was nothing like that around.
Yeah.
It was just pitch black dark, and the only lights that we had were the flashlights, but they were off. And so when all those pictures started coming up and you could see these orbs, we started standing in these spots to see if we could get them again. And a few of my cousins would stand in those areas, take a picture, and you would see the orb standing next to them or like floating around or maybe, you know, like a little closer and stuff like that. It was so weird. And now fast forward to like a year later, the house was built and everything, but they were still kind of fixing it. My mom and I, we had gone from the backyard to my aunt's house, and we were gonna try and see if they were there in the house because we wanted to ask them something. Like we were going over to do something. So my mom and I, we crossed over, and we didn't see any cars in the front, but we thought maybe somebody might have stayed behind, and so we knocked on the doors in the back, and nobody answered. And then my mom was like, "Wait. Why do I hear music playing if nobody's home?" And I was like, wait, what do you mean you hear music? So she opened the door, and all of a sudden you could hear the music playing in the house. And my mom was like, "Hello? Is anybody there? Hello?" And you heard like no response, and then all of a sudden the music stopped. And we were like, "Hello?" And then the music started playing again, and my mom was like, okay, no, this is not good." So we closed the door and we just left, and we called my aunt and we told her about it. She was like, nobody was home there, not even like the construction workers who were trying to fix this problem that we had. So we're like, so who, like, then why was the music playing? And she was like, I don't know, but nobody's in that house. And when they got home, they checked and everything, and nobody was in there outside of the area, and like nothing. And the music was off and all that stuff. So we were just like, we were freaked out. And for years, I would go over so I could play with my cousins. And every time I would go to their house, it's that same feeling that I always get of like, somebody's here and I can feel them watching us. And it's just really creepy. It's really weird. Like, it's just that weird feeling. And I have that feeling here as well in this house. And to be honest, I've had this feeling ever since I lived in Germany. And that's when it really started. When I lived in Germany, I was between the ages of 6 and 7. And I just for some weird reason, I could not sleep at night. And maybe that's just like a thing that kids go through all the time, where you just can't sleep at night, so you want to go sleep with your mom and your dad so that you can be safe, you know, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I started doing that every night because I just couldn't sleep, and I always felt like something was watching me. And the stairs that we had in our house over there, there was a pretty big gap in between each step, so my mom wouldn't really let me walk the stairs up or down by myself because she was afraid that I would slip through, because I was such a tiny little kid that maybe I could slip through and fall all the way to the basement, right? So every time I needed to go down and up the stairs, she would either tell me to call her or my brother. But every night I was so scared to fall asleep. Eventually, I learned how to walk down the stairs by myself. But I wouldn't actually walk down. I would sit on each step and sit down, like going down, because I was so scared to fall. But for some weird reason, when I would get down to the living room, I couldn't look at the living room. I felt like there was like a figure there, like a man, all black, just watching me. So I couldn't stare or look or glance or whatever towards the living room at all.
Yeah.
I would stare at the floor. I would not look up, like, period. I would stare at the floor, and I would make my way to my mom's room and knock on the door and like scare them because I'm standing at the edge of the bed, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I'm like, can I sleep here, please? Because I can't. But I would always do that for the longest time. And since then, I've always felt like as if whatever it is that was watching me then followed me here. Because even now, being here in this room, I still feel that way. Whenever I walk around this house, I still feel that way. I never see anything, like actually see something, but it's always the feeling of somebody's watching me. And I don't know like who it is, what it is, or what they want. or whatever, I just always feel like something's watching me. It's so weird, but yeah.
I've never had any problem with something watching me. I wish somebody was watching me, but
Wow.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
What you wish for, bro? Didn't you hear her story? Come on, man.
yeah. How old were you again? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
So well, the portion of where like this like sensation, this feeling started, I was around the ages of 6 and 7, and I was living in Germany at the time.
So
and
you
then
were
now
very
till this
young.
day, then till this day I still feel that way. But I don't know, like I've never physically seen like something like a really good like detail of who it could be, like an actual face or whatever. It's just it's just that feeling that I get that somebody's watching me. And it's so weird because like every night it's like when I try to sleep, I can't fall asleep instantly because I feel like something's in the room watching me. So I have the lights on for like a little bit until eventually I'm like, okay, I'm way too fucking tired for this shit, and then I'll turn them off, and then I'm like knocked out. But for a good while, that's how normally like most of my nights are spent, where I'm just like glancing and I'm like, there's nothing here, and then I'll close my eyes and then I'm like, wait, nah, there's nothing here. But it's such a weird feeling.
I've experienced a very similar feeling like that quite a bit of the time. Not so much. It depends on what's going on, but yeah, I can sympathize with you on that feeling.
No stories to go with that?
I actually do have another one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right.
But this one happened to my brother. This is my brother's story. He was a kid. I want to say he was probably like around 7 or 8. Like we're all kids when we experience this shit, I swear.
Sorry,
but yeah,
Celeste.
he was young. But he at one point he was in this house, and he was in our old room, and I don't know what he was doing, but he had gone to the restroom, and my mom and my grandmother were in the kitchen cooking, and my mom said that all of a sudden she just heard my brother like yell, and I mean like a straight like super loud scream, like scary scream.
Yeah.
So she and my grandmother ran towards the restroom, and as they got there, they saw my brother just staring at the mirror, and he was like frozen in place. He was just there, and his mouth, like his jaw was wide open. He was just like, just there. It was just like a weird, like frozen state. And my mom was like, Frankie, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? And he just like started crying. And then he started to describe that in the mirror, he saw this really, really scary old man that was staring back at him. And my mom was like, what do you mean, scary old man? And he was like, yeah, scary old man, blah, blah, blah. So every time I remind myself of that story, I want to ask my brother. And when I ask him, he never talks about it. Like, he doesn't remember it happening. Or it's just that he just doesn't want to talk about it. Like, he doesn't want to remind himself about it. And I find it so weird, but it's like something really traumatized him that he what he saw is what he saw, and he just got so traumatized by it that he just doesn't want to talk about it. But I have that same thing where I can't really stare that long into a mirror because I feel like something is looking back at me. Or the face that I see it's my face, but is it really me that's looking back at myself, kind of a situation.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't think like that.
I mean, I stare into a mirror when I'm like, doing my makeup and stuff like that, and I don't think of it then and there, but there's times where like, if I look into a mirror, I'm like, it feels kind of weird.
It's more so the bathroom mirror for me.
Yeah.
The only time where I don't look at mirrors is when there's no lights in the room, like the lights is off.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to look in the mirror when there's no lights.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, Monkey?
Sorry, I had to go to the restroom real quick. You're welcome, world. Now you know.
I just usually say I'm gonna go tinkle.
Well, I was gonna say I had to go make a spoopy real quick, but
no, because then I can't use that word.
Oh no! I just damaged work.
No one.
Listen, what about you, bro? You've been awfully quiet so far tonight. What do you got?
Huh?
You've been awfully quiet tonight. What do you got?
I'm just reading the comment.
Oh, yeah.
Eisen's quiet too.
Eisen's always quiet.
I'm just looking at the chat.
He's
Yeah.
also pissed off that they sent him a wrong thing on his order.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw
So
that.
Stupid QC fail.
So, yeah. Monkey, what you got?
Nice.
Cricket-
I like how
cricket
you
noises.
did. You're like,
Cricket
go, Bob.
noises.
All right, I'll tell the one about I was about 6 years old, and I was laying in bed, and I think I was getting sick because I had like a really bad fever and vertigo and all that kind of stuff, and like I felt like I was on a roller coaster, and I was laying there, and I looked down at the foot of my bed, and there was this thing there standing at the edge of my bed just watching me, and I could tell something was there because it's like if you take a pencil and put it on its side and kind of make that kind of drawing with the side of the pencil.
Yeah.
It was that outline of a human, and they had like green crackling energy eyes, and they were just staring at me. So of course, what does any 6-year-old do? I start screaming for my mom, and she comes in and she's like, what's going on? There's something in this room. And I was like, yeah, it's right there. Can't you see it? It's right there. And she's like, no, but I can feel that something's here. And so we started praying and, get out of the room.
Yeah.
And every time we would say a part of the prayer, it would like hiss and get really mad. And eventually we chased it off, and it took off, but it made one more. It looked back in the room at me and made one more nasty like noise, and then took off.
Yeah,
That
that's pretty scary.
How did you chase it off?
If you're religious, then using the name of
Yeah.
Jesus. If you're not
Yeah,
religious, magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
How did it look like? How did it look like?
He just described them like a shadow.
the only
No, like-
feature.
Eyes, shadow
It's
thing.
Like in
Yeah.
details,
Described
did he see?
There were no
or-
details. I mean, there were no details. It was like a fuzzy outline of a human, but then the green crackling eyes were the only. It was see-through,
I see.
except for the eyes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like moving in my chair. So if
There's
anyone
not a-
has a problem with it, I'm sorry.
It's not a ghost moving your chair.
I can do that too.
Look at me.
I'm
I'm moving
sitting,
in my
I'm
chair.
sitting like a
this-
thug. Like my leg is up, and like what
Like a
up?
dog.
All right, somebody
You
else.
can't see it. Hold on.
I can sit like a thug. too.
Like
There-
this is
there
my
you go.
leg. This is my leg. And I'm like what up?
You just need the hat again to be complete.
Oh, hold up,
Yeah.
hold up.
There you go.
There you
Yep.
go.
There it is.
No one knew where my outfit was from.
Yeah.
I already know, but that's because you told me so.
Oh,
Yeah, from 4 Minute.
Celeste guessed it.
Yeah.
The crazy video.
Yeah.
Like I have
Okay.
like rings and stuff on too.
Man, she's blinged out.
Yep.
I know, man.
She's gangsta.
Yo, Mean, don't you have a haunted house story?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for, bro. Let it out.
Been there, done that. It's stupid. It's like, no, we were young, moved out, and, after high school with stupid roommates. And so, no, the first year was fine. The second year, not so much. Things escalated, like, it was quick. Right after New Year, there was just weird things that happened, like, stuff gets moved around, see the corner of your eyes, the shadow people running around back and forth between the bathroom and people's room. Sleep paralysis. That was the only house where I had crazy amount of sleep paralysis, like almost every night.
I have those like almost every time.
And then and then there's a situation where it got out of hand where it like bit me, like it bit my right here, and it was not cool. And it gets to a point where I stopped sleeping because I would always be awakened by something. And what's crazy about the sleep paralysis is like after a while you can tell when it's coming. You feel like a little breeze coming through your ears, and when you feel that sensation and you know about it, you're prepared for it. But even when you're prepared for it, it still sucks because you're frozen. There's nothing you can do about it.
Until you can move like one part of your body,
right,
and then your whole body can.
Move. So I never opened my eyes because I know people said sometimes you have sleep paralysis. Like if you open your eyes, you will see whatever's on top of you. The scientific term for sleep paralysis or whatever is it's the state between the state.
They between sleep paralysis is a state between dreams and awakened state.
Right,
so
right. But
that's
if it's spiritual, then it's completely different. That means like it's the old hag thing where she sits on you and you can't move. So there's that. And one time I was so tired and everything, and I had to work the next day in school and all that. So I was ready for it, and when it came, all I could think about was punching it, and I actually punched it. And after that punch, it got better in my room, but everybody else's room was bad. And of course, my roommate is idiot, so they played the Ouija board.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I was like,
is open a portal. Don't
I was like,
with that stuff.
I was like, you guys are so dumb. So they obviously didn't stick around for that, and the worst thing that happened was when we took pictures. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Went in there, took pictures of everything, of every room. Yeah, there's a lady sitting there where she's not supposed to. There's a lady back with long flowy hair that's there, that's solid, that's not supposed to be there because the whole house is just guys. So there's no way there's ladies there in the house. So when we saw that, that was pretty much it, and we all screamed like little bitches, and we ran out of the house. We made a big commotion, and the neighbors was like looking and stuff, and we got back to my mom's house, and all four of us slept in the living room of our mom's house, and we couldn't go back until we organized a party to grab everything and move. So we had like 20-30 people there when we were moving because it was really scary, and so I'm glad I'm not in that house anymore.
Also, I don't think that's being a bitch. I think that's being smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the F out of there, and
why would you stay in there? So
Well, the thing that sucks is that picture, man. Like once you see that picture, you're just like, oh my god, what is that? Why is it there? It shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there can't be ladies in a house with dudes in it. That's impossible.
No, man. Bachelors.
Okay. You're talking about King May.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have hot ladies, but not like that. I don't want that hot lady.
Yeah. That hot lady might kill, man.
Yeah, I want hot ladies that I can
snatch her
see,
soul.
not invisible.
Does she look
That
something
hot
like
lady
that?
behind Cypher.
Yeah, I don't want anything. I don't want anything like that.
No.
That's.
You guys want me to turn that off?
No.
It's fine.
She's
staying there,
cool.
so it's fine. If she moves, though, I'm gonna get spoopy over here.
She crawl out of that wall.
It's done. It's done.
Originally, I was gonna do that, like having her crawling out the wall, but I didn't have time to do the special effects for that.
Yeah.
Man, Celeste's Panda Bear reminds me of. Did you guys play Silent Hill: The Room?
No.
Wait, I have something that you'll love, Monkey.
What's that?
I hope it's not that one thing.
What?
What's the one thing? Oh,
It's a rabbit!
It's a
rabbit!
Oh my god, that looks like I have a pom-pom foodie and it looks like that. Oh my god.
Everybody got
Wow.
cute stuff, man.
I
It's
know.
it's so soft. I love it. It's like my pillow that I sleep with.
Oh,
I
His
also
name is
have
Mr.
King
Marshmallow.
is trying to look for some
Snoopy!
stuff too, but he couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
I have Snoopy too.
mine has stains, so I'm
Oh my
not even
God,
gonna bother.
wait.
King Mean, come on,
His,
Then I
man.
have
his
No,
Pikachu
man.
has mushroom growing out of it.
Bro, I
Stains.
seen that Pikachu.
Oh
That
man,
Pikachu's
is
not
that,
yellow
is
anymore.
Wait,
that
wait.
little?
I have
well,
Donald Duck also.
Oh my god.
This one my friend bought me because
everything.
she was reminded of my dog. So she's like, I had to get it for you, and I was
you
like,
have a
oh,
corgi?
so cute. Yeah, she's a corgi mix.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
She
probably
doesn't-
gonna be our next dog.
She doesn't have the what is it called, the standing up ears. She has floppy ears instead, and she doesn't have a short stubby tail. She has a longer tail.
How many
Even-
life-size stuffed animals, critters do you have, Celeste?
I have like
have
a whole
a
bunch.
I have a
Just not
shit
in my
ton
room.
of plushies. But the
They're
most
in the other room.
Yo,
that I
King-
have are pandas because I'm obsessed with pandas, and
I'm
I
gonna go get it.
actually
Yeah,
have
I
a
have
panda that's taller than me.
Oh wow,
Nice.
dude,
I
King
got
Mean
this.
has a Squirtle and a Pikachu.
I have a
Pikachu is-
squirrel too, but it's in a ball.
Yo,
Pikachu is
Isaac,
not yellow anymore. What's up?
You're clipping.
Oh, I have
bro.
a Pikachu too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But
What-
here's
what
the
is
thing.
I'm too close.
Pikachu is
all
gray.
all
Dude,
four
Pikachu
of these
is
plushies.
Gray.
I won these plushies on the game app Toreba. If you
Oh,
haven't heard
wow.
of it,
Yeah.
definitely check it out. But I won all four of these for free,
Oh wow.
Cool.
and I got them shipped for free.
That's so
Wow.
You want to know
Wow.
the details? I got
Yeah.
you.
Nice. What about my Squirtle, Eisen?
We
It's
don't
not
talk
blue
about
anymore
your
either.
Squirtle here.
His Squirtle is one color one side, you flip the other side, it's gonna completely different color. bro.
Oh,
The other side's
love
brown. I
Squirtle.
don't get it.
I got some more.
King Mean
Yeah.
Squirtle is definitely a scary story for sure.
Yeah. What is that?
What do you
It's a
mean?
little-
What is it's Captain Oshwad or whatever, right?
Yeah,
No, that's Final Fantasy.
it's
Mog?
from
It's not
Like a mog or whatever.
It's not.
No.
I
I don't
forgot
think
what
it's
it
a
is. It's from Dissidia? I don't know. It's from Square Enix. It's a
Oh,
game.
it might be a Mugo then.
It might
Yeah,
be.
that was it.
Yeah.
Moogle.
Yeah. It has a little
It's so
thing on its
cute.
head too. And then I have this one.
Aw,
What the heck?
that's so cute. Look at that.
I don't have anything.
And then the
to show
strawberry
off.
comes off.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And then you can wear it yourself.
Yeah. I totally could.
Yeah.
I have.
But it's like a little doggo. It has a little butthole on the back too.
Oh, God.
Come on now.
Had a little
You
bubble.
see it?
I have
I
other
think
stuff
mine
down
does
here.
too, actually.
They're so
Oh,
cute
yeah,
though. They're so
look.
soft. Yeah, I have this
Wow.
one as well.
Sorry, everybody on the stream. We had to take a break from scary stuff
I got-
because it was getting too real. So
I
now
got
we're
other
all
stuff
doing
down
the
there.
warm, fuzzy, happy
Nice.
stuff.
Nice.
And then this one has a butthole too. It's a
Why? Why? Where's your mom? Why does it need that?
I don't know. I mean, Japanese people and their plushies. I don't know.
Never.
Whoa, that's a different topic for a different day.
Yeah.
Showing us plushie time. Yeah.
These are just 3. I have like a whole bunch more. I have this like gigantic
Same.
Scooby Doo dog that my dad won at Six Flags for me.
Nice.
And then like I have
Showing off
this
plushy time.
gigantic like teddy bears and stuff that I've gotten for like Valentine's and like other stuff too.
He
So
looks at
Yeah.
walls.
King Mean,
I
careful.
don't have any plushie.
He
I
looks
don't
at the
have any-
walls and he's like, plushie, where at? Look
Yeah,
at
where
the
is
wall.
the-
Everything's on the floor over here.
I mean, I have used underwear, but I don't want to.
Nobody wants to see that.
Come
Nobody wants to
on,
see
man,
that.
That ain't it.
That's the closest thing I have to a plush.
Who doesn't
No.
have a used
That-
one? So.
That ain't it, sis. That ain't it.
That ain't
No,
it.
no, no.
That ain't it's got
What
holes
is
on it.
this?
That ain't it.
His got holes in it.
Chloe just sent me another message.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oh, hold up. Let me grab it on my phone. It's another paragraph.
Wow.
I have 2 other stories too to share.
Okay.
Man, you guys got a lot of
Okay.
stories.
So Chloe said the friend whose house that the last story happened at something weird was always happening there, like all the time. I would have sleepovers a lot at her house, and nothing ever really happened during the day. But whenever evening came around, that's when things would start getting weird. Her mom wouldn't let us go outside alone by ourselves at night because you can't be too careful when you're so far away from other houses. So we listened and never went outside alone. Well, whenever I would sleep over, whenever she would sleep over, she would always sleep in her living room. She had 2 couches, one by the front door and one by the window. She was sleeping at the couch by the door. Oh, no, her friend was sleeping at the couch by the door, and she was sleeping at the couch by the window. And her friend fell asleep before she did. She was laying on the couch trying to fall asleep, but for some reason she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. She had curtains over her windows, but the moon was really bright that night, so you could see the outline of trees and stuff outside. I had my head turned away from the window, but I saw something out of the corner of my eye, so I looked over and I saw what looked like a person walking by. At first I thought maybe it could be a deer, but the window was too high for it to be a deer. The figure stopped walking and just stood there for a long time before walking away extremely slow. I don't know. Spoopy.
Spoopy.
Has that ever happened to any of y'all, where you see like a figure in the night?
Always.
Yeah.
Well, I never see an actual full figure. I just see like shadows. But
Yeah.
I saw a leg once. That's not cool.
Yep.
I saw
It wasn't nice hot lady legs?
No. I saw
It's the type of legs you do not want to see.
I saw someone that I thought it was my mom, but it's not. It's not.
That's sus.
Yeah.
Imposter.
That's sus.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I walked. I follow it. Nothing there.
So, Celeste, you said
Oh yes.
story.
2 stories.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, two.
Okay. So this first one is it involves a dream. So I was sleeping in my old room, and it was a bunk bed. I shared a bunk bed with my older brother, but I can't remember if he was there or not. But anyways, I was sleeping. It was dark in the room and everything, and I remember this dream that I had. I was having a dream about my grandfather. Now, I never got to meet my grandfather because he passed away 4 months before I was born. So I've only seen pictures of him, but I was never able to actually meet him, right? But I've always said that for some reason I've always had this vision that when I was in my mom's womb, when I was in the womb, I remember him talking to me for some reason. Like it's like something that I know it happened, probably didn't, but like I feel like it happened. But I remember him talking to me, and then there's this other weird fact that like when I like pop my fingers like this, every time my family would ask me, Celeste, who showed you that? And I'm like, oh, grandpa did. And they're like, grandpa? Which grandpa? And I'm like, oh, Grandpa Max. And they're like, huh? Like, how could he have shown you that if he's not here? You know, you never got to meet him. And I'm like, no, yeah, grandpa showed me how to pop my fingers. I've always said that. I don't know why. But anyways, so this dream, I was having a dream where my grandpa was talking to me. Like he was around me and we were talking and we were doing stuff, and he was there, like the family was there, we were all together, this and that. I can't remember exactly what we were doing, but we were all together. And at one point I remember I was sleeping and I was like half awake and half asleep, so my eyes were open and I could see what was happening around me, and my hands were on top of my stomach. And at some point I felt like my grandpa came over to me and he grabbed my right hand, and when he grabbed my hand I felt my hand lift up, and then I woke up and I felt my hand fall back down.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like what the and I was fully awake by then, and when I got up from my bed I was like looking around, I'm like, there's nobody here. I was like, grandpa, like why would, like, I was just thinking, why would my grandpa want me to Like, why was he grabbing my hand? What for? And I swear to you, it felt so real. Like so real, because I felt my hand go up and then fall. Like he
Mm.
released my hand. And I felt that little thud of when it fell back onto my stomach. It was so real. Um okay, so the second story, this one's kind of creepy. I was sleeping again in my old room on the bunk bed. And the door to the room was locked. Nobody could get in, and you could only get out if you unlock it from inside, right? But anyways, I was there sleeping, and I remembered for some reason my grandmother, she came into the room and she was talking to me, and it was almost like a dream. And again, it was like I was half awake and half not awake, kind of a thing. So I'm sleeping and I'm there and I see her talking to me, and she's just like telling me like, "Hey, come on, like you gotta go, like come with me, come with me." And I was like, why do I have to go with you? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's going on? And they couldn't my grandmother couldn't like get to the point, I guess, and she got frustrated with me, and I ended up getting scared. And then I just remember falling back asleep, and then I woke up and I was like, what the heck? Like, let me go see what my grandma wanted. And when I got up, I went to the door and I was like, the door's still locked. And I was just thinking, I was like, I never unlocked the door or left it unlocked. I had it locked the whole time that I was asleep. So how did she get inside my room?
Wow.
And then I got out of my room, and my grandma was out there in the living room, and she was talking to my aunt, and they were just chatting, watching TV, minding their own business. And I was just like, okay, well, if grandma was over here this whole time, then who was in my room?
Yeah.
Like, who was telling me to go with them?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that probably wasn't my grandmother.
No.
But I remember that being so like I don't know if it was like a straight up dream, but like it was so real. Like it really felt like somebody was telling me like, come, like hurry up. But, basically being an imposter and like making them seem as my grandmother, I was like, what the fuck?
Sus,
Yeah.
bro, sus.
That's pretty
Yeah.
scary.
Hella sus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Is that-
shoot that thing right off the ship. Don't let that stay.
Is that
Yeah.
short for Selena Gomez?
Oh my lord.
Oh, jeez.
Sus.
I have
Aw,
something to say
man.
along the lines of having a dream about a grandparent. Whenever, like after my grandma passed away, I was really close with her. She like helped raise me, and honestly, the reason why I am who I am today is due to her. So, I was missing her a lot, and then I was listening to this one Bruno Mars song called "Talking to the Moon," and it's like basically a song about like, are you somewhere out there, somewhere far away? That's like the lyrics of it. And so it's like it was giving me feelings of my grandma, and like I'm like, grandma, if you're out there, I hope you are happy. And like in my mind I was like telling her that, and then that night I actually had a dream about her, and she was telling me how like proud she is of me. And then I literally every time when I talk to my grandma, because she moved back to India whenever I was like a teenager, and so I didn't even get to say goodbye to her whenever she passed away. And so but whenever I was like would talk to her on the phone, I would always tell her like, hey, you can't die until I get married. But obviously that didn't happen. And so like when she came to my dream, she told me she was proud of me, of who I became and what I'm going to be doing, because I was getting ready to go to nursing school at that time. And she was also telling me that like there's going to be good things for me, and even if she's not there physically, but she'll be there in spirit whenever I do get married. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
And it felt so good because like I miss my grandma a lot all the time. And like my mom's side of the family, her parents, I didn't get to meet because like they passed away when I was a baby. But my dad's parents lived with us for a long time, and so I have like a lot of memories of them. I was closer to my grandma than I was with my grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
but I still miss both of them dearly. So that's my little story.
Yeah, that's that's good. Yeah, the you know that's the thing with dreams, monkey. It reconnect, like with the past, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. Having dreams is cool.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, my grandma thought like Fizzin and Mean do
Hmm?
about
What?
like afterlife and stuff
Mm.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So that's why I like have, because she's the one who told me about all those things. She would tell me stories, and so my grandma, whenever she married my grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
she okay. So I have to start from the beginning. There's in Indian culture, there's gurus, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that, like tell you about believing in a certain god or whatever. And each god has like their own set of rules and
Yep.
stuff like that. And so my grandma believes in Kabir, and she's met the prophet of Kabir like in person. So like a lot of the gods and stuff, you don't really know their actual prophets, but my grandma knew the actual prophet of that god. And so the reason why my family really believes in that one religion is because you've seen it in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each generation has there's more and more gurus from that one prophet. And so every time my parents and I go to India, we do this like big ritual with the prophet of this like whatever generation it is, or guru, whatever you want to call them. And the one true one that my grandma met, he told her that her life is going to be difficult, but her children are going to be the savior of her. So when she did get married to my grandpa, he, like my great grandpa, in Indian culture, girls are only allowed to do like house chores and just be like at home and not do other things, and be good little housewives.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my grandma wasn't like that. And so my great grandpa would get like mad at her and yell at her, and like at one point he would throw like my mom's told me that like she didn't make dinner correctly or whatever, and my great grandpa literally just like trashed all of the food and stuff like that. And this was before she had her kids. When she had her kids, her life did get better, and her whole purpose in life was for her kids afterwards. And so my grandma would teach them the teachings of this group, because whatever all the stuff that he told her came to true. Like
Yeah.
it came
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And so she, whenever I was younger, she would tell me like hymns and stories and all the stuff that I should know. And I still remember a lot of it, and that's why I like thought of, you know, reincarnation and
Yeah.
afterlife and stuff like that, because of my grandma,
Yeah.
in a different way than a lot of other people do. Like a lot of people just think, oh, it's just you just karma, good or bad, and then you just get
Yeah.
reincarnated. No, there's
No.
more to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
You need a hug? I'm available 247.
247.
Just saying. Just saying.
Just make sure you have your abs ready. You know.
Right. I gotta have them abs ready.
You
Yeah, man.
you gotta put
Yeah.
the
Abs
Yeah, and that dreamy belly button, bro.
and nipples with no texture.
Hi, Mendez. Welcome.
Welcome, Mendez. Congratulations
Hi.
on arriving.
Hello.
Hi.
Chirp.
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 Where's
Solid,
Celeste
man.
go? I miss her cute face.
Oh,
there she is.
on
I miss
cue.
her cute. I miss her. Notice you said I miss her cute face and not any of ours.
I told her earlier I've been staring at her.
Was that even
Wow.
an option?
Huh.
Hey, Persnickety, you still there?
Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah, she was just
Thanks,
She
laughing.
was
Mendez.
talking. Yeah, she was
Oh.
just talking.
I didn't.
The hell?
I didn't hear her.
Quickly.
Okay. Interesting question, but no. We don't need to respond to that.
Don't be an ass before I delete you.
And also, I don't see what having a cute face has to do with liking anything.
No,
that's
I think the comment was about my comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It was, yeah.
It's fine.
It is what it is.
Thanks for spitting
Remind
words
me.
of truth. Words of truth.
It's not like that. It's just I don't know why I've been staring at Celeste like she's like right here on the left side of my screen.
I've been staring at Asia Core logo on top of Eisen's head the whole time.
yeah, I know.
I know, right?
It's like a fly. I want to
It's like, what the heck is that,
flap it
bro?
off there.
I didn't
Better
even
than
notice
the duck.
that.
It's better than
That's true,
stupid
it's
ass
better.
duck, man.
It's better than the duck for sure.
Nah, man, I'm pretty chill.
Mendez, you missed a lot of spooky stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done almost 2 hours of spooky stories so far.
Really? Oh yeah. True.
I've been
We
eating a
take
lot of
things
candy
seriously?
because I haven't eaten anything.
Yo, monkey.
What up?
We're told we take things seriously. I don't think us and serious goes in the same.
Nah,
those,
man,
those do
we're-
not. Those do not
We're
go together.
serious, man.
Yeah, we're
Nah,
so
man,
serious.
if you think that way, then you don't understand us. That's not how we roll.
And
I'm so
collectively-
serious. After this,
and
I'm just gonna go
collectively
cry
we
in bed.
are. Collectively, we are the serious, bro.
The serious.
That's
Pretty
right.
serious.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow. 2
So
Sure.
Amanda says, "Are we having spooky stories since it's 2 in the morning?"
Oh, it's officially Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Some of
it
you
is.
guys.
For them,
Halloween,
yeah.
everyone.
For
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
It's not Halloween yet for us.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a little
It
bit.
will be in a little bit.
In an hour, right? In an hour.
At the stroke
Yeah.
of midnight.
Hey, King
Stroke.
Meat,
Yeah.
make
Huh?
the noise for the mask Cypher's wearing, because I get it wrong.
Priscilla says, "Yes, it's officially Halloween
that,
here."
That dude don't make noises. He just breathes.
Yes.
No,
That's
not
Mike-
make noise.
That's
No,
Michael
no.
Myers, man. That's
No,
not
that-
Jason
Good.
Voorhees.
Well, you're too serious. You know that. You need you need to calm down.
Have you seen my hair, bro? I am serious.
I saw those abs. Those are serious.
That's pretty
Yeah.
serious, man. He works
Yeah.
out.
I do. I still
Oh,
don't
no.
understand.
It's officially Halloween here too.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. We got 1 more hour.
Yeah.
Chirp.
It's all good. It's all
Come
good.
on, monkey, do the
You know,
talking.
Hey, Fizzin.
Huh?
You never want me to talk. What are you talking about?
Fizzin. You're you don't have much thing to like vent about in this podcast.
No. That's
No
why I'm letting
story?
monkey speak. You
I'm
might
just
not
here
get
to
this
chill. I don't
opportunity,
have a
monkey.
story.
Are you
That's
like
a-
me? Nothing bad happened to you?
Hmm?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I don't think I ever seen a ghost at all.
Because he was
See,
born
me either.
yesterday.
Oh.
I was born a minute ago.
He was born a minute ago. That's why.
I know.
He's literally born yesterday.
Nah, I mean, yesterday was a minute ago. That was today.
The only
Oh, I
time I
mean-
get scared is because of my
Huh?
own stupidity.
Oh, jeez.
The only story that I had was with what's that dude's name? John Cluse.
Oh, yeah, and that was
Yeah,
a
that
whole
guy.
story.
Yeah.
Worst investment ever made.
Wasted
What's up,
money.
Monkey?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't think you told the worst part about the story with when you took the pictures and you saw the ladies and all that
Yeah, what's the worst part?
in your old house. Didn't you say that like you've gone back to look? What happened when you tried to go back and look at them later? Didn't you say that it was like they were all ruined or something?
Oh, you're talking about the video camera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't it
we
get
had
ruined
a video camera that we set in the hallway, and we left it to record for like until the tape ran out, and we went back and the video camera was on the ground and everything was just not where it's supposed to be. We took the tape home and we couldn't watch it more than 30 minutes because it keeps trying to focus on something and then it focused back, and like I don't know where that tape is, but we never finished watching that tape, so we don't know.
The autofocus was going crazy.
Yeah, so we did not watch it. We just I don't know. The videotape is somewhere. Hopefully, I can find it and rewatch it and see what happened.
There's nothing on the tape, but the autofocus was going crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't know where it is.
Probably good, because otherwise Cypher's girlfriend there is going to pop out and get you.
Probably.
Bro, I saw a comment about haunted houses. Oh, I hate haunted houses.
Who likes haunted houses?
Are you talking about the haunted house attraction?
No, like so. Here we have this thing called phobia.
Oh yeah, we've got that here too.
And oh my god, everyone wants to go every year when it happens, and I'm like, nah, you can go there. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Dude, if anyone were to come at me, even though I know it's someone dressed up, I'm gonna punch them.
It's a
You just
natural
go back,
aggressive.
Well,
natural
there's
reaction.
there's some too that are like full contact. Like most of the times, if you go into a haunted house, they won't touch you; they'll just get close to you. But
You still want to
they're
punch
not
them,
doing. I assume they're not doing it this year because of what's going on. But
Yeah.
there's some around here that are full contact where they'll just like, a zombie will come out and just wall check you and not even apologize for it. I can't stand those ones because I'm like you, Misty. I'd punch them in the throat.
Bro, don't mess with me. When I was younger, because I was afraid of shots and needles, I actually punched my doctor.
Nice.
He literally called
Misty.
in. He called in like 2-3 nurses to hold me down so he can give me the
Good
shot.
Lord,
Dude,
Wow.
you sound like Fizzin.
Fizzin, you're not a fan of needles?
No.
I'm fine now.
I have
better.
an actual condition called King Mean knows about this.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. It happened at the place we used to work twice.
Yeah. I get it.
It's called vasovagal syndrome, and it's where sometimes my brain freaks out, and if I see something really bloody and gory that's realistic, it forces me to lay down because it thinks it's happening. So like I can't watch doctor shows or like any kind of war movie, anything with realistic blood and gore. I can't deal with it. I can watch slasher movies all day long because I know they're not real. But there were 2 times where Mean and I used to work there. They came in to do like blood drives or whatever. And the first time I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to donate blood because that's what good people do. And, they do the needle thing. And I start feeling really, really woozy. And basically I passed out. So they're, of course, freaking out. And they were just like, oh, you must have had low blood sugar or something. So just, make sure you eat better next time. I'm like, all right, cool. So the next time they come, we're in the brand new addition that they had just built onto our office building. Brand new paint, brand new carpet, brand new everything. So I'm like, I'm going to be a good person again. And I go to they go to stick the needle, and I instantly go pale, and I go into shock, and I started like flopping around, and I threw the needle out of my arm, and my blood went all over the carpet and all over everywhere. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I think I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
It's not really a ghost story, but it is a real thing.
So you end up losing more blood than you gave.
Exactly.
I can't give blood either because I'm anemic. So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm
even
just
though my mom was like
it's an actual medical condition. I'm not. But,
no, yeah, I know. My mom actually can't see. Like, she can't look at blood; she'll faint too.
Yeah, but it's funny if I have to go give a blood sample or whatever at the doctor, they have to.
You have to look away.
Yeah, but they have to put me in a dark room, lay me down. It's like this whole big deal. I'm like, man, just like punch me in the mouth or something and get blood that way. Let's not do the needle thing.
See, I'm not afraid of shots anymore, but whenever I do have to get blood drawn for like tests and stuff, I hate that feeling because I can feel like the blood coming out of me, and it's just I hate it. But if I were to do it to someone else, I don't care. I can do it.
You're gonna be a nurse, right? You better be able to.
Yeah. It's like, don't come near me with the shot, but I can come near you.
Right.
And I have a story. Like, my mom, when I was younger, I actually have a scar right here. There was a swing we had like a tree swing, and there was this like wooden board or plank with nails in it, and me and my cousin didn't realize, and we were swinging on the swing, and she pushed me a little too sideways, and I hit the plank, and a nail went and sliced me.
Oof.
And so you could see like the muscle pulsating and stuff, and I didn't like feel pain. I just felt like numb right there, and I wasn't bleeding or anything, and but like my cousin started freaking out, and so we ran to go get my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh my god," she almost like fainted because she doesn't do that stuff. But yeah, and then we went and I got like a few stitches. I forgot how many. I think like 4. But yeah.
Did you have to? Was it rusty? Did you have to worry about tetanus or anything like that?
No, I already had a tetanus shot because of school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tetanus shots suck. Those things hurt.
Everything hurts, bro.
Wait till you get old like me, then everything does hurt. Like, getting up out of this chair is going to take me like 20 minutes. Ugh. And chirp.
So this is what happens, Monkey. It's what happened when I don't talk. Chirp.
I mean, do you have stories to tell?
Yeah, well, not really. I mean, I do, but it's nothing that they haven't heard before.
I mean, I know Cypher has a story to tell. Your book story.
Wait, I have a book story?
I mean, your backpack story. Sorry.
But it's not ghosts.
Fizz is instantly judging you, Cypher.
Well, if you're just gonna stand there and do nothing, you might as well be a ghost.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I was just standing there too. I turned around like, the hell you guys doing?
Oh.
Fool was on the ground like, I think I got a concussion, man. Stupid.
Monkey.
Yes.
Why is King Mean sleeping?
No, I'm just thinking, should we close this soon? I mean, it's close to 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know now it's got any stories to tell.
Yeah.
All the stories I think have been told.
Yeah.
Cheers. So, what else do you guys want to talk about?
My dad came into my room and he stole my cookie box.
Wow. That's a cookie box.
I want a cookie box.
he's like, "Hey, are you hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, your mom's making tacos for you." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "Where's the cookie box?" And I was like, "Right here." And he's like, starts opening and trying to take the cookies. I was like, "Dad, just take it, go, and leave me alone."
What's up, King Mean?
Chirp chirps.
Chirpy chirps.
King Mean is a statue. He doesn't move.
Yeah, I know. There's a glitch in the Matrix. His name is King Mean.
I'm good.
Oh, Celeste, your ears stopped glowing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
turned it
no.
off.
There you go.
And now it's moving.
Oh yeah, I wanted to play a song game with you, but I don't know if it would be allowed.
On here?
I don't even know how to do it.
No. So it's song association. I say a word, and you have 10 seconds to sing a song with that word in it.
Like Pitch Perfect.
My brain can't do that.
Same.
I can't process that.
Y'all should know a whole bunch of songs.
Yeah, but we don't
Don't
want
mean
copyright.
anything.
We don't want that copyright problem. We're too
You only
good.
need
We're
to
too
sing
good.
like
No.
you only need to sing like 3 seconds. You don't even
Well,
have to
3
like.
seconds is all
Celeste
you
is
need.
the one that
Yeah.
can't sing. We can sing because
No,
we suck.
no.
Celeste
Celeste
can't.
can sing, but she cannot do it on live stream.
Too dangerous. Too dangerous.
dangerous.
We
We,
don't
we
want to deal
can,
with
we
that.
can do
Problematic.
it when we're off air.
Yeah.
Fine,
Yeah, okay.
fine, whatever.
Yo, me.
Like a Discord party,
Yo,
you
me.
know?
Yeah.
What's up?
Practicing still shot right there.
No, man.
Not on
Yeah,
purpose.
easy to do still shots.
Yeah, so, are we wrapping? Wrapping up?
I guess so.
Rapping.
Misty does that better. Are-
Can we
so-
go back to Steel Shot? What's the deal,
I
bro?
know, it's awesome though. Looks like a statue.
The man's deepfake. You CGI.
Hey, Misty, is
Yeah.
that RGB?
Mhm.
Can
So
you change it to
cool.
any other color you want?
Yeah, I can. I had it to like a goldeny color to go with my whole outfit earlier,
Yeah.
and then I changed it to cycling, so it will just keep going. Different rainbow colors.
You know RGB improve your gaming, right?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know.
You know what I don't like? I can see Monkey's reflection off my glass panel.
True.
That ain't it.
Did it scare you?
That ain't it.
That's kind of
That ain't
creepy
it.
though.
That ain't it. Don't
Oh
do
my
it. Don't do that, man. That's... You also see my Xbox controller too.
Oh man.
King Mean Steel Shot.
Joe says, "Yo, yo, yo."
I think he's
Very late.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, I think he's sleeping.
Hey Joe, what's good?
Hey,
In the
Lyle.
hood.
Yo, what's up,
In
yo?
the hood.
Yo, what's good in the hood?
Hello.
What's happening?
What's my friend says? What's goody in the hoodie? Because he wears hoodies all the time. So yeah.
Good story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story.
What else do you want me to talk about? I have nothing else to say.
I know.
I
My
never
friend
had
had
shit
some
to
scary
talk about.
stories already
What-
too.
What kind of tacos is your mom making for you?
Beans? Like, I don't eat meat.
Oh yeah.
Beans and cheese, or just straight up just bean?
No, I put beans, lettuce, cheese, a little bit of onions, and a little bit of peas.
Peas?
Yeah, it's like this weird family recipe.
Oh, no, and you're late.
You can't really like,
damn,
you can't
yeah.
taste them as much because like we. I don't know
Joe.
what the
Have a good
English
one, Joe.
word
Good
would
night.
be.
Thanks for
Good
stopping
night,
by.
Joe.
Bye bye.
Happy Halloween.
Hey, bro.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I don't know what the English word would be, but like, it's called like vagar. You basically cook them, but like you have to do like, okay, so you get a pot you put some oil, you put like spices and stuff in it first, and kind of cook the spices. I don't know.
Spices. Yeah.
And then
Activate them to get the flavors going. I got
and then you put the peas in, and then the peas will start drying out a little bit too, so they get a little crunchy as well.
Just kind of like a wasabi pea, kind of, just with different flavor.
Yeah.
Nice.
A little bit.
We are at 2 hours exactly and 21 seconds.
Yeah, basically 2 hours in.
Are we closing?
You guys want to close it?
I'm
All right.
done. I got nothing to say.
All right, Mean?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Close it off. Close it off.
All right. Thanks
You
for tuning in, everybody, to our Scary Stories Halloween 2020 special live chat.
Yay!
Isaac,
Happy
why don't you throw up
Halloween.
the link to our Discord real quick. You guys can join that, hang out with us in there.
Yeah.
Where the after party's going 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Airheads, baby.
Yeah.
And there's also the link to our merch store down there. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, do the thumbs up, do all those fun things. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Halloween. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.